We're live. Hello, 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 dearly beloved. We're here today. Dearly beloved, we are here today talking through this mic and didn't want to put it on my ears, so pardon me. I'm hoping that you can hear me. I come through live every once in a while, and I can't wait till we can communicate one to another when people will actually join me and join me. So, what did I want to do today is kind of just like talk about what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing as a chosen one, wrapping up those karmic emotions and finalities of our old karmic contracts and such. And to be kind of like, oh, this sugar honey iced tea is real. It's real. You know, you wait until the last hour to be confirmed or to confirm some things that you should have along the way taken care of so you could come into this new season free and clear. But, guides will make you do your work, guys. So there's no getting around it. They'll make you acknowledge the truths, the revelations, and they're going to make us confront the difficult things. And it's usually relationships and friendships that are closest to us that bring us the challenges, because that's just the way it is, right? People that are irrelevant in your world, externals, people that are not close to you, really can't affect you. So as chosen ones, we say, oh, bye bye, have a good day. As chosen ones, we are often the target of what we call hate, or the target of jealousies, and the targets of envies, and the targets of attacks of one way or another, and that's about our perspective of how we see ourselves as well. It's not just the other parties and their actions, but it's also about our perceptions. And so at this stage in the process, what I am finding is the part that we're really having to clean up is us, our limited perceptions, our limited beliefs about ourselves, right? So if we are chosen ones and we feel that we're hated on and we're not appreciated, that's a perception, and it's left an impression on ourselves. The other parties, they may feel that way, may have felt that way, and they may not even be feeling that way at present. But we still may have continued to hold on to that impression. So who is it that needs the work? Us. It's always us. It's always back to us. In the world, and those that are not, have not chosen this path, they seem to, get to scapegoat, make excuses, fall short. Chosen ones, we don't get to do that. We have been tasked to adhere to our checklist and overcome and adhere to every task and accomplish it. And so in this hour, in this time, with wanting to really fine tune your business, your father's business, your higher selves is calling you to finish up your old contract so we can enter into the new. And you want to do what? You want to hang around and talk about everything under the sun, left to the right, that has nothing to do with your moving forward into your new beginning, your destiny. And so spirit guides, for those of us that are challenging, that are difficult, that, I consider myself to be challenging and difficult in that, I don't get it until it's done and it's over. And so spirit guides and my ancestors, they have tucked me away. They have made sure that if you're not going to isolate, if you're not going to self isolate, isn't it coincidental that in this time frame, spiritually, like as above so below, right, we that are tuned into the above matters, like we have been called to self isolate, to hermit, go into that hermit mode, the Virgos, how we do. And then here on this natural third dimension, there's this, quarantining business and, isolate and self quarantining. So, as above, so below, those that are below and navigating on this third dimension and doing their things the way they do their things, they're doing their things. We, too, spiritual beings, chosen ones, ascending masters, we are not of this world, we are above. So, as above, we need to clean up those things and we need to isolate to do that. We do that in silence, in solitude with our inner self and our higher self and the spirit realm and the guidance that is afforded to us that we choose to tap into. If you have allowed, and 2021 for me brought in more communication from external sources than I have ever really engaged in a long time. And that was because of the catalyst that began in the beginning of the year with my loss of my loved one, and then followed up with my mom passing away and everything in between. And me just being here doing what I'm supposed to do has been on display. And so a lot of people have come through and chatted with me, or I have imparted to most. It's not been about me receiving so much as imparting. And I have received a great deal, but I don't want to digress on that, except to say that at some point I began to realize spirit began to shift me further into isolation, further, deeper. And it's so wonderful because they actually um, have placed me in a live in work setting situation that is absolutely splendid. And for that, I am eternally grateful because I could not have seen myself here doing this. And that's a big part of our process too. Like we didn't even see this coming like this. We knew something was coming. We knew something big, major was coming. But how would it unfold was the question. And it still is the question for some of us. Like, what's ahead? Well, isolation is going to help us with that. So when I say isolation, I don't want to say like you're to yourself by yourself and you have no external support. So I'm not suggesting that because different people need different levels of support, and whatever your guides would have you to do, you do. But there is definitely you're never alone, even when you're alone. And spirit wants us to be tucked away with our higher self and with spirit so that you can now focus on what's ahead of you, moving forward, forgetting those things which are behind us. And that's why it's important to do that work. Finish up those karmic relationships and cycles and those loose ends. Pay attention and say what you mean what you say. For me, it's been interesting. I'm not a very confrontational person. I had not been, and I'm still not. Why I will continue to not be confrontational is because I don't have a bunch of chaos in my presence, in my midst. But 2021 is very different. It reveals so much about ourselves, to ourselves, but it also, for chosen ones, we saw things that we didn't want to see and people that we love and care for and were bonded and attached to on those karmic in those karmic ways and karmic relationships. And so the revelation and the having to separate yourself from everything that was passing away, there were these instances in people, friends, associations, even my own child, that I would never have wanted to give up freely, cut off from, separate from, take a L on. No, we resist those attachments. And for a while, I think I tried to, just hold on and be in denial of some of the things that spirit may have been, no, may have, some of the things spirit had revealed and nudged at for months. And I just thought, you know, I can I can get by this. I'm gonna take this call. Beloved cousin, how are you? Happy New Year, babe. Nothing much, nothing much. Taking it easy, one day at a time. Yeah.